All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button. If it's your first time here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so you don't miss a single video and you're up to date on our chart analysis here with 42 Vision. Now, here we are with Bbig Stock Vinco Ventures Inc. And in yesterday's video, we talked about some key levels and some important data. So I'm going to retouch base on some of that, and we're going to talk about what's going on here within the chart and why Bbig stock fell yesterday after the Tyde spinoff. Why did it even go higher today? And then it's right back to the same spot. We're going to break it all down in today's video. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities that were mentioned this morning by our Discord bots from our QQQ bot and our Spy bot. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this clarity and edge over the charts with 42 Vision, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord and getting connected to our 42 Vision indicators and our Spy bot, QQQ bot, Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve, right? So these are the home runs that turned out to be phenomenal. Now, the stocks I mentioned this morning gave jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% plus. But our Spy bot and our QQQ bot turned out to be the home runs. And our Spy bot at 11 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys, at their highest points of possibility. And our QQQ bot right after, just a few seconds after, at 11 a.m. sent us out a bull indicator as well. And call options went up 150% plus as well at their highest points of possibility. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge in clarity with our bots in the Discord, the 42 Vision indicators with the bull and bear indicators, as well as the transitions within the bars from white with red borders dip area into the rip area of bright green. To receive this edge in clarity, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with Bbig Stock Vinco Ventures Inc. And in yesterday's video, we broke down some key levels about why the stock was falling after the distribution date. And today it ran up and came right back down, almost nearly erasing all gains and coming back down to even newer lows and bouncing back up at around a sideways action, right? Consolidation. Now, I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator. Getting connected to our Spy bot, our QQQ bot, and our newly released Tesla bot. And we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources, maximizing in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. So Bbig until yesterday and today in the pre-market, it was under a bear indicator since way up here at 150s. And today in the pre-market, it got a bull indicator, went from 130s to 160s, came back down, got a bear indicator pretty quickly on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute as well, and even on the 5-minute, right? This actually goes ahead and lets us see within the volatility, the full transitions. This is what I talk about all the time, right? Bright green is the rip area, transitions back down from bright green with red borders to dark green with red borders to red bars, and then you get the dip area, which is white with red borders, followed by the confirmation of these bull and bear indicators, right? And then it reversed back up from white with red borders into strength with red with green borders, dark green, bright green, and a bull indicator as an extra layer of confirmation. Now, within these moves, there's opportunities of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20% plus, and even higher than that if it's options, right? But the stock is being very volatile in the last few days, and yesterday it didn't do much because the distribution date happened, and we broke down what I've talked about for the last several weeks and months, right? Now, in this article that we're going to look at together, we're going to see something that makes things a little bit more bullish, but it's going to take time and it's going to be in the long run. But if the company continues to not be profitable, it may hinder the possible growth potential, okay? That's what we're going to break down in today's video. But super important to realize that when this stock, you zoom out, you could see that it's constantly moving 10 to 20% to the upside, to the downside, a lot of trading going on in either direction, right? And I've been stating this is not financial advice. This is my opinion and perspective alone. I was going to continue to maximize not just with BBIG, but any stock in the market within the moves, right? Holding is not going to be the best perspective, at least for me, right? Unless one has a long-term horizon, right? It has to be high conviction, long-term, years out, months and years out, not just a few weeks, not just a few days. That's what these moves are for right here, okay? These drops of anywhere from 10 to 30%, from 30% plus to the upside, and so forth. So super important to differentiate both. But there are a lot of people that have high conviction in BBIG stock. Now, I've talked about this before. I'm going to briefly touch base on it. The reason why BBIG stock has been falling up to the distribution date and continues to struggle to go higher is because Tyde spinoff is becoming its own entity, and they're both separate now, and the value of Tyde was supposedly, right, quote unquote, supposedly incorporated into the full share price of BBIG. So it needs to rebalance itself and find its own valuation without Tyde, okay? Now, BBIG, even though the spinoff happened, okay, Tyde is going to have an indirect correlation to BBIG Vinco Ventures Inc. because it's still part of it being its parent company, or even though it's a separate entity in the stock market like they were once together. Now, Tyde is their mining company, right? And right now, Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency sector is falling downwards, and they have to do with Web3 and NFTs. So right now, this spinoff has made Tyde have its own potential without disturbing the potential that Vinco Ventures BBIG is focusing on, right? Because they're trying to go ahead and be the next TikTok with the Lomo app, right? So right now, if the potential of banning TikTok happens in the US, it could possibly boost Vinco Ventures' Lomo video sharing app and help the company stock. Now, guaranteed? No. And it's been treated like a meme stock. It's stated here in this article, and this was posted about 7 hours ago. So right now, BBIG stock was in the process of this distribution date. A lot of investors actually got discouraged when the distribution date was postponed. Here we are right now in the charts at around 130. We hit lows of 120, and we're hitting new 52-week lows in the process, right? These are some new lows that we have not seen before with BBIG, and it's definitely going to want to hold itself up above $1. Now, it's very interesting that it supposedly got added onto the Russell. We'll have to see how that affects it in the long term, if it actually even adds any value to the company or any credibility, but that was a big step. But right now, Tyde is trying to figure itself out, BBIG as well. And since Tyde was part of BBIG's valuation, even though they're separate entities, there is an indirect correlation with the two. And for as long cryptocurrencies continue to fall and have this whole entire bearish outlook, like you could see, the whole Bitcoin and cryptocurrency sector is falling, trying to go back to the recent lows of 17,000. We don't know if it could hold it or not. That's going to continue to affect BBIG indirectly thanks to Tyde, even though the spinoff happened, right? Now, BBIG, though, if TikTok gets banned, it may get attention, it may get traction. It doesn't mean it's actually going to get more value because their earnings is negative, okay? They're not making any money. Their revenue is $9 million in the last year, and they lost at a net income of a loss of nearly $700 million. So until that changes in these market conditions, if the stock is not squeezing because of shorts and it's just trying to move with natural momentum, BBIG will have a hard time going any higher in the short term. I'm not talking about the long term, but this goes ahead and breaks down how there is some possible bullishness in the future and how Tyde is indirectly affecting it, even though the spinoff happened and how Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency sector is tied up with Tyde and how Tyde is tied up with Bbig. Now, here we are with a whole entire speculation that if this does get banned, Vinco Ventures with Lomo might get some traction. That's what the hope is. That is the speculation and hype behind Bbig. Some people find value in it long term. Some people believe there's value in it. And I'm not saying there isn't. But right now the charts, if we zoom out and we go back to the 4-hour again, you could see that we've been under a bear indicator here for some time, since way back up here at 198. And right now within the volatility, we just hit another bear indicator. And on the 1 day, it's been under a bear indicator since up here at $2. And if you zoom out even further, since 3, since 4, and even up here since 548, since the beginning of the year and last year in September. So super important to pay close attention to these levels and be aware that right now the stock is at a very pivotal level, and we need to see if this can hold above $1 and if it could try to find support and build itself back up. But the shorts right now are putting a lot of pressure. The only way this can move really fast, with negative revenue income and no real net income, and Lomo not even being the hype yet, while TikTok is still the star, and Tyde and cryptocurrencies are pulling downwards, Bbig needs a huge short squeeze to actually move, with all those different actual variables affecting its stock directly and indirectly. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. I always state things for what they are, and I believe there's been plenty of opportunities to the upside and downside with this one, and I'm going to continue to watch 42 vision, the transitions from the dip areas of white with red borders, confirmation with the bull indicator into the bright green, and confirmation to the pullbacks with the bear indicators. And as you can see here, full transitions from bright green to the dip areas and back up again, right? Another jump here as well. Today to the pullback, it was nearly 10 to 20%. And on the jump back up, nearly another 10 to 20% up as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.